catch up and finish him off, but now it's just put Genwell in an awkward position where Carl should be able to collect thanks to that double damage rune, and Gabby's gonna die in mid lane again. The treant's getting in front of him. Oh, no, 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 no. This is not how it's supposed to go for Fnatic.
Okay, I think the Marcy kill actually is even more relevant on.
They lost the fight bottom lane and
yes.
mid at the same time.
Yes, and the tower mid, which is also kind of a big deal because now she has less space to farm.
Yikes.
Well, you have Alina though, right? She's still farmed. She can still do things.
Yeah, behind the Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
All heroes. Bosku is actually the most farmed player in this game right now.
It's interesting. What build is he going? Oh, just straight Blink Dagger. And then he's like, guys, I'm really farmed. I should just go Midas now.
Back to the Midas.
I'm not opposed to it, honestly. I don't think DK needs much more than the Blink. It's either Midas or Shard. I think they both fulfill similar functions. I like Shard better. But if you're having a really good early game, why not? Attack speed is nice on Dragon Knight too. So you actually utilize the 40 attack speed decently. Marcy, though, needs to get that BKB online, and that requires a couple of towers to get a bit of extra gold. There's a smoke coming as well, Cap.
Yeah, they get the tower, but are they going to get out with their lives intact? It's, well, actually the arrow got blocked out there, plus the cookie. They're going to help things out a little bit. Now Carl should be able to catch up and get some really nice coil action here. Oh, with just the prettiest hook shot coil you've ever seen in your life. AU may have got himself killed in that situation, but he locked down a lot of heroes. Unfortunately, no damage left on the side of Blacklist. Now, maybe there's some reinforcements coming in through with Raven. Sprout, not quite good enough, but Carl will be able to collect in the end, and Gunwell is pretty low. Bosku actually is going to go for the Gabby kill instead. Dragon Tail first. Once again, the treants get in front. Raven doing a great job body blocking with them, but let him slide this time. Gabby gets away.
The gust shocked him too much, sorry. I feel like that rotation by Gabby was a little bit odd because you don't have anything, right? Because you've been killed a couple of times already. You're pretty low on net worth. Mirana's almost beating you, and you still don't use this time to like recover, but instead try to fight the enemy. I can see the point because you're really trying to save the Lina, and you're becoming a more active carry. Like, he knows his role, but at the same time, maybe having a secondary carry would be nice here. Maybe KP fulfills that role instead once the BKB is up.
I mean, they're also just losing so much map. Maybe they felt like they just needed to fight back a little bit.
That was also the idea. But he just walked in and out, right? Because he knew he wasn't strong enough. Okay, Armel, there's a Blink Dagger now.
Yeah, he's going to get 100 to 0'd. The Kisses trying to get some damage in. Didn't really land too much. Maybe they'll get AU. Gabby will be able to get that one. Snowball actually chasing after the puck with the immediate gust. Now, Gabby is going to die for this as he did get Dragon Tail to Arrow. KP's trying to make his way out. Arrow slips right on by. KP able to barely evade death.
Okay. I mean, Lina's dying now, so I think Blacklist Rivalry is doing much better for themselves. And the fact that you have two heroes that are also uber farmed here on Bosku and on Raven is not looking very good. These are heroes that can easily pull pressure. They have tower push, gank, they have anything you want in here all together. The only issue, of course, they usually don't get such a good early game on them. Especially if the DK is allowed to go for the Midas and not punished for this at all, for not having to go to Shard. Fnatic will have to think of something else.
Jeez, just constant invasions.
Yeah, look, they have no map.
Oh, they take this ancient stack.
They will.
As well as get the pick off on Tusk. I don't know. I don't think Fnatic, at this point in time, you're just kind of all in on Armel having boots of travel.
Yep.
And moving around the map. But are you really going to keep that up between Moonlight Shadow and, like, you know, teleport from Nature's Prophet? I don't think you're really going to be able to stay out on the map for too long.
That was an interesting heat map that they just showed for Gabby. It was a little bit... it's gone now. Sorry, Gabby, you missed it. But it was... Besides the safe flame, which is obvious, right? Because you in the early game, you're going to be there. That's a given. Sure. But it was kind of all over the place as well. Whereas carries, you usually see that. And very little into his own triangle, into his own jungle, which I was kind of surprised by. I mean, I wasn't surprised by him watching the game, but I was surprised about happening in the game.
No!
Creep block.
A little disappointing. Creeps to the rescue.
Nope, they killed Tusk.
They do indeed hit hard.
Do they have a... Okay, what's the contingency here? Smoke would not Gabby. Okay, that's a good start. KP plus DJ, they can get a pick off here, but it's a difficult one. They're going to the enemy triangle. Do you guys know the enemy team is in your triangle? Gabby's gonna die again.
They're just ruthless, man. Absolutely ruthless. Like, Gabby can't even like get close to his tier 2.
Yeah, this poor man.
He's very rude.
They're not giving you any space. They're really choking you. I mean, this is what the strength of the DK is, right?
I thought you were going to say this is the strength of the decoy.
No, I'm giving up on that strategy. That strategy is not a good
somewhere
one.
else or something, but...
Look, in the early game, I was having fun with that decoy strategy, but now I feel like they've lost it a little bit.
Yeah, now it just feels a little cruel.
It does feel a little bit cruel. Especially with a KP that has to go to the enemy ancients. Look, can we just get a shot of how slow KP farms? This is not his fault. This is just the hero. Look at this.
Ooh.
What is this? This is the longest ancient. Is he even has the help of a support to farm?
Yeah.
KP, hit the last dragon.
Getting the opening on Armel. They're like, KP and DJ are like, oh, maybe we can get... No, it's everybody from Blacklist. They are all here. Fortunately, no one else will die. At this point, they're just kind of like sacrificing heroes in order to get farms somewhere else on the map. And when they have BKB on KP, well, we'll see.
Okay, KP, I think you hitting Treens at this point is just it's cruel for this hero. You get 8 gold.
That's 8 gold. Another 8 gold. It's okay. 24 gold right there.
Not bad, not bad. Now he goes for the creeps in the wave, right? Let's go, KP. Little by little. You know, the turtle did win the race. But will Bosku fall asleep halfway through? I don't think so.
It's a little late. Maybe they're sleepy.
What time is it in the Philippines? Are they 1 hour ahead?
You're asking me this question?
You live in SEA now. You're part of us.
One of us. One of us.
At the same time.
All right, well, you got a solid like 60 seconds of farming in if you're Fnatic because, well, you've given up a tier 2 by 18 minutes.
I think by the time that KP gets his BKB, Scorsese will finish his next film.
The sad part is like that sort of situation, if you were farmed enough, that would be a point where Fnatic could have like tried to do Roshan, but they're actually far enough behind that I don't think that was an option.
Yep, I know, I completely agree. Okay, BKB though, BKB. Well, first point of inflection on KP. This could be a big deal, right?
Oh, and they do have
high ground.
A sentry out on the ground, so they see this rotation coming. They're going to blow up the clockwork right away. But the jump in, it's already caught Armel, and they're going to try and keep him chain stunned real quickly. Armel throws whatever damage he can, but it's not going to be good enough. KP trying to lay into Raven, actually with the help of Gabby.
Yeah.
They will be able to kill him. Gabby, though, has been caught by AU. Bosku throws down the Dragon Tail. Not sure which one to go for. All right, they turn back for the Drow Ranger. Quickly kill him. Carl just dumping out oodles of damage. Couldn't snowball over his own shard, sadly. Tim's makes sure of that one. Carl will collect all 4 kills in that fight. He is a very happy boy.
Yeah, the choice for Bosku to go for this Midas was very smart. Now that he's scaling, they have 2 full problem. They can definitely kill 1 hero, and Nature's Prophet is the perfect hero to kill. But now that Bosku actually deals damage, what do you do? I mean, he doesn't even need to go for the shard if he doesn't want to. He can just go straight into the Ags, and I think that might also be good too. Considering the fact that you are a threat to them, and they need too much protection for both Lina and Drow Ranger. Now, Drow, by the way, they are ignoring in these fights.
Yeah.
Usually you burst her, and this is like,
do anything.
She's there? I didn't notice. She went for shard, so at least she can offer some health reduction? Health regen reduction?
Sure.
Yeah. Against
the Dragon Knight?
Yes.
Who you're not really doing damage to anyway?
Sure. But it's the small things that mount up into a big thing.
Got it.
And I'm just trying to find something for Gavin to do this game as well.
All right, there's another BKB. 2 BKBs on the side of Fnatic.
There you go.
I don't think you have much more time.
We have...
You have to fight with this.
Yeah, you do.
So we're going to go for the 5-man smoke.
But this will save the Lina from being gone on like before, right? So now she can still be in the middle of the fray. If we get some marksmanship procs, right? We went for double Wraith Band Dragonlance. You're not going to kill the DK, or maybe Puck with a good gust?
Well, he's got Yules, so you actually have to hit stuns.
Right.
The Puck.
Okay, well.
All right. The smoke does go out while they're doing Roshan, but Carl is just beautifully positioned. Has already killed the Tusk. Just flat out the rounds of nukes, and now they've got the Dragon Tail onto Armel. They have a little cookie to help out here. Looks like an arrow nabbed Gabby, so Gabby is going to be dying first, despite Armel being the one to be initiated on. KP using his ultimate to try and kill a Clockwork, which he can't even keep up with. The kisses. Oh, it's not even going to finish off the Clockwork. Okay, he burned out. Thankfully, he burned out in the fire and the flames there.
Yeah. I mean, that team fight was not that bad, all things considered. Right? You lost a couple supports.
Yeah, you lost your carry in exchange for a Clockwork.
Your decoy carry, though. At this point, I feel like as long as Lina lives, these are happy. Armel, though, is making this difficult by farming really far away from his tower. BKB TP.
Time to finally use his BKB, because he didn't really get an opportunity in that last fight. It was just them running away.
I do think the long BKBs are pretty useful for Alina, though, because these fights are kind of long, and she doesn't deal like hyper burst damage just yet. She needs like 1 or 2 more items.
Yeah. Look at Bosku's items. He's going for Heaven's Halberd next.
Oh, wow.
We saw how effective that was against these carry Linas. I think that's one, step 1 in the how to beat Lina carry. We see adjustments in hero picks and items, and that's definitely going to be one of them for the future.
You know, a Blacklist rivalry to win this game, they'll be the team with the most success against Lina in this DPCC. Bosku is the bane of Lina.
Apparently. All right, an Aegis with a Gleipnir closing in for Raven.
Okay.
So you're going to be really active really soon.
And I feel like you're at that moment, especially because of NP's insane stacking we discussed earlier. You can actually TP pretty aggressively in these fights as well. And just kill the Drow early, right?
And he's got 1600 HP, 17 armor.
Look at this man go. Oh, look, this is real farming speed. You watch Raven, it's night and day. Now it's night, though, because Moonlight Shadow.
It was indeed night and day. You are correct.
And they're going to just go for the Tusk. They have Gleipnir. They don't need to use it. Oh, they don't have it.
Don't even breathe.
That was good. That was good. The not breathing worked for him.
They killed something. Wasn't a hero.
It was a courier. Oh, okay. That was really quick BKB by KP as well. Dragon Tail is a projectile, so it's a little bit slower when it's on Dragon form. Look at KP fully utilizing all his knowledge to escape after farming 2 creeps.
Look at it. They show some heroes top lane. They know immediately Fnatic are going to try and push out bottom.
That was crazy.
And
why would not be KP before he TPs?
Well, probably because he saw heroes top lane, so he probably didn't think it was going to be more than just a Nature's Prophet here.
Okay.
Not the case, though.
Right.
All right, there's the full-out Gleipnir with still another 3 minutes to work with the Aegis. And KP uses BKB earlier, which means...
Did he have vision over KP?
He has no escape now.
I think did he just guess where he was going, right?
Yeah.
Because he summoned the creep wave?
Yeah, he's got pretty big AoE. Ooh, 4 staff ahead of the hook shot.
That's my favorite aspect of Gleipnir. You can hit heroes out of vision, which Atos can't.
That is true because it's a single target ability.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Gabby's dead. DJ and the 2 supports, yeah, they're both going to die as well. Blacklist is just kind of rolling over them.
Blacklist rivalry is going to roll over them.
True.
Yes, yes, yes.
True. In this national competition.
Is there a single... No, we... Actually, they're all dead. I can't check the Fnatic. No, KP is Australian, right? Yeah, we got that. Yeah. There you go. KP's representing the international part.
Oh, hey! What an LSA timing. Oh!
Unfortunately, it's a puck cap, so it doesn't matter.
Well, more like they're up 16k net worth, so I didn't have
any damage.
Yeah.
It was also single hero. But now we have a... No, we don't have a Bastion yet on KP. He's close.
He actually maxed out Dragon Slave in this game.
Oh, to shove out waves.
We've seen 144, we've seen 114, but yeah, this is...
No Maelstrom, right? So I guess that's what you need.
Yeah, for sure.
We were questioning that earlier, and he didn't actually go for Maelstrom at all. Which, again, I'm fine with. I think that was okay this game, but you needed some support there. I think Bosco as well, now that he's got the Heaven's Halberd, can finally commit to his own build of getting the Ags. They should be able to kill him, but it's a little bit hard.
No, this rotation is actually going to go all right.
My God.
They slipped past Bosco, and Bosco just went straight for the throat and killed Armel instead. Armel thought he was baiting for his team. So, like, you know, they were making moves.
He wasn't at all. Bosco is now capable. How much? Yeah, he doesn't have enough Dragon Form to actually push, but they have an NP, so who cares? MP can just do the trick here. Also, Bosco almost solo killed Lina with a single Dragon Tail. Like in that duration, he almost solo killed. It wasn't even the MP's damage that was that high.
I know, it's not even like he's got a real damage build either.
That's why it's so scary. Bosco almost sneezed by accident. Lina died. Gabby somewhere died as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Are they going to give this up? And if so, like what? It's not like Gabby's getting an item anytime soon. I guess they just can't fight with the Lina dead.
No.
All right, so we should come back to fight now. Lina's alive, everybody. Fortunately, it's too late for the melee barracks.
Armel.
Oh, the arrow! Oh, no! Right as he casted that LSA, so he's in vision, which immediately Bosco takes advantage of. Jumps forward, gets the Dragon Tail. Not quite good enough, though, because Kisses plus the hook shot did a decent amount. Blacklist are still fighting for it, though, as Armel is going to get burned down pretty quickly. Raven is just too powerful. Too much damage in those right clicks, and he's still at an A just to pull through, which is actually not going to get its regen valued out of, thanks to that multi-shot from Gabby.
Sure, he's never went to the H's. That's the small copium part of this fight after they lost 3 heroes.
Silver lining, Ava.
Silver lining indeed.
The thunderstorms that are just every day here. I like it.
Yeah, it's true. From 4 to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Never ordered grab at that time, though. Takes forever.
Yeah, I can imagine. Dragon Tail, arrow, cookie, pushing him into Blacklist. Go deeper, my friend. Go, my child.
They have given up. They have given up on trying to play this game right now.
Oh, sometimes you wanna feed while you feed, you know?
You feed him a cookie, and you feed them a tusk. It's the cycle of life. I heard of Dream Coil as well, and that Dream Coil kills the Lina. You won the lane, I win the game. Blacklist rivalry just destroyed Cuckoo. Oh my god, I've never seen Cuckoo so emotionless.
Yeah, that says something. That's a game 2 for you. You know, you lose game 1, bounce back like this, have this kind of game in game 2. Series is wide open.
Yeah, it is wide open, but also it's not just a bouncing back from Blacklist rivalry. It's also that the other one, it was like a ball that disintegrated as soon as it hit the floor, and there's no bouncing. There's just floor. Just a puddle of whatever that draft was for Fnatic. Didn't really work out for them.
Yeah, Fnatic looked about as lost as Avo's analogy there.
Welcome back, everybody, to the panel. That's right. It is a turnaround success story for Blacklist rivalry as they bring back game number 2 against Fnatic. Which side are you on? Are you saying that Blacklist brought things back, or did Fnatic fumble the ball?
I think Fnatic fumbled the ball pretty hard. Okay. They tried so hard to salvage this bottom dead lane.
Yeah.
And it ruined the Marcy's game. Yep. It ruined the Lina's game. And now they had no lane to play off. Lina was dumping mid.
Which ironically was almost the opposite problem that Blacklist rivalry had last time, where all their lanes were going poorly and no one wanted to help each other.
Yeah.
This time everyone was like, dude, we gotta help this guy.
No, I know. And then Gabby tried to get some levels at mid.
Action speaks louder than words.
True.
He's trying to help, but he buys the boots of travel. First on Lina.
Yes. Why, would you have preferred a Yule's as a recovery item?
No, just get BKB.
Yeah.
Just get BKB so you can fight.
Yeah.
He has a Marcy. Okay, Marcy won his lane.
Lina won.
Lina won his lane. They all just need to play together and go pressure the off lane, whatever. You don't have to help the draw by going to the draw's lane. You help the draw by creating pressure elsewhere, so the opponent has to react to it and your draw gets farmed. Why are you going to the draw's lane when the draw doesn't want to fight?
Someone hire Winter for coach.
Someone hire Winter. This man
guy.
is full of good ideas.
Thank you guys. I'll buy you guys some roti chana later.
All right, perfect. If the place is still open, because
Yeah,
we are
dude,
bringing...
we're in Malaysia.
That's right, you're right. Everything's open late. Even my stall, yeah, because every single game today has gone the distance of 3 games, and I'm here for it. I'm living for it. And now we need to see who will be the victor out of these two, Fnatic and Blacklist rivalry. It is a night and day difference, though. This is the Fnatic that we saw on Monday and Wednesday in this game. The game 1 was like, whoa, where did this guy come from?
Yeah.
But
No, and I feel like moving to game 3, Fnatic has to really focus on this Furion hero.
okay.
Yeah, but we can see like the same issues, in both games when they are losing the lane. In the first game, Blacklist, they didn't really want to sacrifice anybody's game to help the other players that are losing. And in this game, Fnatic had a
Sacrifice everyone.
all glory for the Gabby god.
Not exactly. They have to sacrifice in a way where the itemizations has to be less greedy, right? Especially on the
true.
Lina.
They were moving there.
And they have to move to the Marcy's lane and pressure there so the draw can farm.
It's like, imagine, both Lina and Marcy got BKB like 15, 16 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
How are they gonna fight? How? He cast the sidekick on him and like everybody dies,
You're right. And our rivalry MVP goes the way of a Blacklist rivalry player this time. And it's Raven on the Nature's Prophet, which I think you're right, Mike. I think this is the hero that you need to focus on. It was picked first phase.
Yeah.
And
Prove why it was like I think like going in game 2 draft, they were like debating, do we go for the Centaur or do we go for the Furion?
Right.
And they showcased why Furion is the
There is
the
no
stronger.
replacement for Furion, but there's a replacement for Centaur.
also, I think that now confirms that Fnatic have not won with Lina yet.
Oof, it's a curse
Stats
here.
don't lie, man.
That's don't lie. They've only picked it twice, though. Gabby only played it once. So Gabby lost with it and Armel lost with it.
Oh, I thought he picked it twice.
He has played Morphling, Monkey King, TA, Lina, and Spectre.
Yeah, all over the place, right?
He's all over the place, and I don't really know if... Like, I would almost say go back to the game 1, but game 1 we kind of concluded was more of a Blacklist rivalry faltering as opposed to a Fnatic success, but maybe they'll be able to find something in game number 3, the 9th game of the night. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Three, two, one.
The crowd is actually able to do so for a decent amount of time.
Have to take up like the Blade Cloak. Does get a lot of damage, but here comes the Black Hole.
Oh, we got a new set of food this time. It's all shrimp.
They already showed this the last
What's
time.
up with all the shrimp? Is shrimp big in Malaysia?
No,
Well, then why are they showing shrimp all the
because
time?
it's tasty.
Winter's a shrimp.
Your shrimp.
You can't take the shrimp anyway. Why are you asking?
That's why I was wondering.
Mr. Vegetarian over here.
I got the shrimp whiskers.
You know, they didn't sanitize that.
We're losing our mind here. Going into midnight.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Southeast Asian DPC. The Fight Club is here, the Mamoxtal is here, and my panelists are here. And we are here to close out the night. Although I believe Western European DPC is also going on right now. So this is like the back-to-back that was, I suppose, trying to be avoided with the old DPC structure by only having 2 BO3s. And now it's just like, it's literally constantly Dota. I go home and there's Dota going on. On our days off in between, there's Eastern Europe and South America going on. It's 24/7 Dota. It's thrilling.
Can't run away from it.
No, you can run, but you can't hide.
Lina's everywhere.
She'll find you. But if you're on Fnatic, then not too big of a threat. Other teams, though, it's proving to be a big deal. You want some numbers on Lina? She's the most contested hero in all of the DPC right now.
What's the win rate?
60.8.
I mean, the
60.87.
fact that she has a high win rate and more than 50%,
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
anything above like 50 plus.
and high,
How many-
high
so
pick
how
rate.
many
And high
games?
It is, I refreshed it. It's 58% now, but that's still
Well,
bananas.
that's probably Fnatic Dragon.
All right, so then second most contested hero is Batrider, 42% win rate. Third most, Treant Protector, 42% win rate. Ember Spirit, 41% win rate.
Wow.
And then fifth most contested hero is Broodmother, 60% win rate.
60?
6-0.
Jesus.
She
Yeah,
is
that's probably
doing
like
very
all
well.
the European teams.
Yes,
They-
the Tundras.
Everybody learned from 33.
Yeah, exactly. Although there was, did Cuckoo win with his Broodmother?
No.
Okay.
I made, like, as soon as we're getting interviewed, he caught me making fun of his Broodmother.
Oh, right. Yes, I did watch that interview. Yeah, so that one was not successful. But yeah, I know one thing that is just generally concerning to me is just how long these Southeast Asian games are going, because
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. I've never seen so many 60-minute games.
it's scary.
Like, I can count like with one hand how many 60-minute games I've played
Right.
in all my professional game, but today it's like half of it is 60 minutes.
Which I don't know,
We
like,
probably never got to play a 60-minute game.
no,
Like with the tier 5 items, huh?
in his days, games used to go quite late. Because I think tier 5 items were introduced as a way to like stop the 100-minute games from happening.
And then you had Fusion Rune, was just broken.
Yes. Oh, man.
Everyone, as soon as you get that, well, you instantly won.
Okay, so there's Lina again.
There
What
is
do you
Lina
know?
again.
What do you know?
What do you know?
It's gonna be Clockwork Furion. Like, I would be baffled if Blacklist Rivalry don't take the Furion here.
Isn't Lina just a better Furion?
But then all their games they've won with Furion.
True.
Don't fix what's not broken. And clearly Fnatic has no way to deal with this Furion.
And you know they're not gonna
See?
pick Lina, right?
Like, they're not afraid giving Fnatic Lina.
The stats.
Oh, okay, they switch it up a bit.
Ooh, tell me about 8th pick Dragon Knight. You love 8th picks, Winter. How's Dragon Knight list up in the 8th pick world?
Not that high, but it definitely has an idea here. It's good against the MP in the game, in the lane, everywhere. It's good to set up the arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of putting, because Dragon Knight is not exactly a win condition hero.
Nor is he going to get like second phase banned either.
Yeah, precisely. So the only reason you want to pick a DK here is you just don't want to reveal your other heroes. But even if you reveal your other heroes early here, I mean, I feel like it's better because you get to use the 3 bans for it. In the next phase, it's, you're not gonna, you have to pick 2 together. So
Yeah, but what do you need a ban to protect a DK? I thought the whole point is that you
yeah,
just
nothing.
slap.
Yeah, That's why you pick DK whenever you don't give a shit. I'm picking DK.
Well,
deal with it.
Technically, Fnatic banned 2 additional heroes. They stole the Mirana and the DK, right?
Okay, fine. All right.
So now they have 5 bans going into the second phase.
Fine.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, Yeah, DK. I mean, DK Mirana, it's a tried and tested combo.
Do you need to put the Ricky on top of it, or is that
please
overkill?
no, please
Okay.
no.
I feel Fnatic's not ready to be that exotic.
Yeah, they don't have that Ricky play. You need to have like somebody like some lunatic to play that hero well. yeah, he has to have the patience and and the mindset. I just want to torture you.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna hit any creeps. I'm just gonna get brown boots, wait for my gold increment, not die and get my shot.
Doesn't sound like a DJ thing.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
I would like what a like. Oh, it's such a waste.
It would be a waste of his talents.
Like
Put him on a Ricky.
if you're gonna like let him build like Fusel and become like
I would feel it's a EU hero.
but we're talking about Fnatic.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
I can't use any play because
Fine,
Jano is not also
fine.
he's not that kind of player. Jano is like he's a brewmaster post 5 player.
Yes, he is.
My question to you is, what would you get, Gabby?
Why me?
I mean, it's just a random question. I don't know why you're.
It's relevant to the draft, Winter.
I'm just
Contribute
curious.
as a panelist.
I'm just curious to what you're thinking.
He won with Spectre. I'll give him Spectre.
Okay.
Okay.
Stats don't lie.
Against the Nature's Prophet, I'm
Yeah.
on board.
Okay.
But yeah, going back to Game 2, yeah, I feel like Armel's build was a bit greedy, going to BOT.
Yeah.
And yeah, just trying to salvage bottom lane, you know? Like they.
You know, that's the
used
thing with
so
the core
much
players'
reach-
mindset. They, you know, before this, I always hear this saying, you don't want to make a rotation that will ruin your own game. So a lot of the mid players have this mindset where I want to make sure that I'm comfortable, you know?
Yeah,
I don't give a shit if you're having a bad game.
clearly.
I'm not going to change my item for you.
I mean, I get like trying once, right? Like, so they did try once and it failed. And then Lina still stayed bottom, and then the toss TP'd in, and they still tried to kill the DK, and that failed also.
Yeah.
And then like I think they brought in the Marcy as well, and then that failed.
Yeah, that's why
Like,
I keep saying that this has to be a team mindset. You have to have a plan before the game, and everybody has to be on the same page where the first move of the game is always going to be same regardless. We are gonna keep. I mean, I'm just giving an example.
No,
something like that. I'm gonna keep my off lane matchup later into the draft, protect it, so I get a good matchup. So the natural rotation is I go to the off lane. He's strong. He has a good game, or he has a decent lane, and then we make a rotation there. We pressure the tower.
I know how to make your words easier. Just play with your winning lanes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's pretty much it.
No, but that's not the same. I
it's
don't
like,
think
let's say-
that's, what if your safe lane wins the lane? Then
Play with your winning lane.
yeah, but it's still better to go to the. Okay, a different kind of example. Let's say your safe lane carry
Yeah.
is, let's say he's a life stealer or he's a chaos knight.
Uh-huh.
No matter what you do in the game, he's gonna be farming there. Whether you make the rotation to the safe lane or not, it's just gonna be the CK farming or let's say the life stealer is farming. The enemy can't kill him. So your point of making that rotation is just for a kill. But if you're rotating to the off lane to get the
And you
kill,
can get the
you're
power.
getting the tower.
Yeah, it's
Then
the
you take over the
natural
jungle.
transition.
and
to
you
Dota.
you make that transition, and on top of it, if in a lot of situations where the offlane is getting he's getting some farm there, but if you don't make that rotation, he's not going to be able to kick the enemy offlane carry out of the lane.
True.
So he needs you to go there. And then when you do that, the pos 5 is going to be happy sitting in mid, sapping XP. That's where everybody is happy.
And Fnatic's happy stealing Blacklist rivalries heroes from last game. They got 3 out of the 5. You know, they can't get the Clockwork and the Furion, but you know, musical heroes.
Does that mean technically they got 6 bans this phase?
Yeah, next level.
Just pick Underlord. Underlord counters everything, man. This DK Park Mirana, you get a pipe.
Oh
yeah, Ricky.
my Ricky. Okay.
Poor DJ.
Well, I mean, I guess you put that. Who would you rather put? I mean,
Yeah, Johnwell Marana.
no, I would rather put DJ on Mirana.
Yeah.
Janwell, because it's just a sleep dart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's gonna be Tiny mid versus Puck. That's gonna be Tiny favored.
Yep.
Fury and Raven doing Furion things.
Yep.
And then now you have Cuckoo as last pick.
Yeah, and what's Gabby gonna play? That's the question you want to ask me again, right?
I mean, you never. You
I
said
think Spectre,
Spectre, right? So
Yeah, what if there's no Spectre? So what's the second best? What can he play here? I mean, there's Drow.
is Morphling good? No, not really. I mean, wait, who gets overall last?
No, I know they're, keep losing to it, but it is still wild to me that Lina is still in the pool.
Wait, isn't Lifestealer good here?
I mean, it is.
I mean, it's decent, right, against this kind of heroes.
Yeah.
And you have the puck
Okay.
to bring you into the fights.
So if Fnatic has to pick first,
They don't.
I don't think Lina is good in the sense that the position
There's
5.
no way Lina's appearing here. There's no way Lina's
The
appearing.
position 5 cannot support it's gonna be a Ricky.
But
position.
you'll see the offlane though. You'll know who Cuckoo's playing.
No, they get it last, right? Blacklist is.
Oh
last.
yes. Sorry, you're right. You're right.
It's like
Yeah.
a Ricky Lina lane. That
Yeah.
sounds horrible.
That's true.
And then, yeah,
But then the alternative is a Ricky Spectre lane.
well, yeah, that's also horrible.
How about Ricky Sniper lane?
Yeah, still horrible. Like, cause Ricky doesn't I mean, sure, smoke screen's okay, but
I mean, I think Lifestealer is reasonable. The Lifestealer doesn't really need the Ricky to do too much. Just get levels, secure the pulls. I think Lifestealer overall is like, you're picking first, right? You don't see the lane, so it's more stable.
Naga is still in the pool.
yeah, Naga can work. Doesn't really need much babysit in the lane.
Doesn't really care too much about Furion.
But I feel like there's a lot of off lanes.
They can bully Naga, right?
Yeah,
I don't feel good about
and
Naga
their-
being
and
a
their-
blind pick.
Their bans aren't really catered to a Naga.
What does it look like it's catering to? Like some range hero, like sniper draw kind of hero, right?
It's probably just gonna be a
Because they
draw.
banned Centaur on PB.
It's probably just gonna be a draw.
Has not been finding success against Nature's Prophet though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how much does it matter? Like the matchup against MP, they're both like roughly the same, right?
They removed the Lina, so it's most like it's
That's such a bait. Why did they remove the Lina?
gonna be a draw. Or let's see, what is a Gabby hero? Morphling.
Against Nature's Prophet leash though.
Yeah, but yeah, it's either Drove or Morphling for me. It's got to be some SF. Okay. Gabby SF. Can work.
I mean, they have the last pick to counter the lane.
I just feel like if this Clockwork's position 4, like anything with like that can like Darks here or something, like you just I searched.
Or some Razor Viper lane. No, there's no Viper. Like something that can just kill him in the lane, right? You want to kill lane, right?
Yeah. Or even like Snap plus whatever can also do a lot, like apply a lot of pressure. Because again, Ricky doesn't really stop.
Yeah, the lane sounds horrible. Like if it's a Ricky and SF.
Hango?
What else? You're not gonna put Ricky DK top. You're like
Yeah.
you have a strong lane that you're gonna sacrifice for a range to pair with a.
There's Pango, there's Doom, there's...
I think it should be a range hero so that they can abuse with the Clockwork to bully the lane.
You don't think they'll send Snapfire?
Yeah, like they can go both ways. I kind of dig the Darks here. Oh,
What?
Tiny off lane, TA mid.
So it's a
No,
tiny as Snapfire?
Profit offlane.
Profit
No?
off lane. Okay. I think I would be kind of happy with for Gabby. Like if I was Gabby, like I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm dealing with a Furion.
MP is like the lane doesn't do much
It-
to
like
SF.
that-
SF can deal with the lane.
Sure.
What is going on?
Yeah. I wouldn't have gone that route, but you know, like I think like that's a breath of fresh air for Gabby. It doesn't really have to worry too much about killing potential for him in the lane. They do have a TA problem later on, but again, like stun arrow combo can always do a lot. There is a cookie to counter that though. Interesting. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah,
No.
I feel like probably the idea is because he has refraction, he's not afraid of the sleep dart into the arrow combo. I'm not really sure.
But if you don't have the refract.
Yeah, but like if you're farming, chances are you'll probably have it up just for the damage.
True. You can also argue the same case with Furion. You have a treant around you all the time. You just protect the president.
Yeah,
making a lot of sense.
Very, very peculiar last pick there.
Kill here.
Yeah.
I hear cackling off in the distance. I don't know if that's our casters or not.
I've never seen somebody laugh at their own joke so much. He
Tell
got
me
so
the joke.
giggling about it.
Tell me the joke.
No, we're laughing.
Mike just did that.
Yeah, with the protect the president with the Trina
He couldn't
thing.
finish his own joke and he was laughing.
He just thought that idea was just so fun. I've never seen somebody get so giggly over that before. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
You're welcome.
Enjoy the cast.
You did nothing there, Tsunami.
All right, welcome everybody to the last game of the night. If you are a fan of Southeast Asian Dota, you have been eating your heart out today because you have had 9 full games of Seed Dota. We're not done just yet. Let's get into that 9th game of whoever we're covering. Blacklist rivalry versus Fnatic. I lost the name for a second there.
It's just because it's late, but it's late because we're here staying up for the best Dota and then also Blacklist rivalry versus Fnatic. Game 3, let's go. We're out of
Was
bits.
that a diss? For the best Dota, and we have it again.
We have watched Game 1 and Game 2 together, Cap, so I don't need you to... You know
Well, you're
exactly.
looking at it negatively. You're looking at it like, oh, one team performed badly and that's why they got stomped. But what if it's just the other team performed really well and that's
true.
why they did stomp?
That was my mentality, right? And then I listened to 10 minutes of Winter, and then I changed that mentality.
Well, just don't listen to Winter. All right? He leads you to the dark side of things.
He does indeed. How will this game go? I mean, our producer told us this is going to be the 60-minute banger, so I'm pretty excited for this one, actually.
All right.
It is the law of thirds, right? Once you have the one bad game of one team, one bad game for the other one, they get it out of the way, and now the third game is incredible. I'm very excited for this, personally. We'll see, though. I'm very excited. Don't look at me with questioning eyes. Quizzical eyes. That's a good word. That fits the situation.
Well, our 5-man smoke from Fnatic has not found the first blood they were looking for, but it does give them a lot of information to choose to fight in this bottom lane. Armel, Junwell are going to try and sneak around or not. Or maybe they're just going to give this up. They see too many heroes. They're like, okay, not that, but maybe when they come down to try and go to the lane, maybe that's when they go ahead and pick up their first blood. The orb's going to go out. It's not going to land on Tim's, but the hits might be able to finish him off and get first blood to exactly who they wanted to go to. It goes to Armel. AU, he'll do what he can. They're going to be able to get 3 bounty runes as a result, and he does some decent damage to Gabby. But I would say getting first blood for your mid laner has got to be well worth it.
That was pug. That was well done. Gabby, I think Winter touched on this on the panel a little bit, but this match is just profit. I'm also surprised they chose to do this. So maybe they see something that both us and the panelists don't, because I would expect Shadowfiend to do really well in this matchup, actually. Especially with the help of a Ricky that could just force the Snapfire to the lane.
Yeah. And maybe they feel like they've got enough answers to SF later on.
Sure.
The Tiny gets going, can hunt the SF for sure, and then later on you have a TA who can feel pretty good against SF.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I do think the mid game is a little bit more of an issue. I think the Dragon Age shard, which I'm pretty sure KP will buy this game, is going to be a huge way to deal with the TA. And even to deal with a tiny blink dagger sometimes. DK can just play super aggressively like we saw Masteros do earlier.
Oh, that wasn't the battery salt you wanted.
And we once again see it was the opposite side playing this lane, right, last game? The DK Mirana.
Yep.
It seems like this should be a kill lane, right? Because it's a TA, if you don't get a refraction off in time before the Dragon Tail plus arrow hits, and she has low range, so it's hard to run away from the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, and it very likely doesn't go the other way, right? I don't see the TA being able to get a kill on the Dragon Knight, and they probably don't have enough lockdown to do anything to the Murata.
Yep.
Bottom lane, getting the raises, stacking them up. Oh god, that stacking slow is so brutal, but because of all the wand charges, they really underestimated that. I don't think anybody clicked on Bosku and saw just how many stick charges he had racked up.
Yeah, Gabby was also out of mana as well, so they couldn't keep, raising. They could just auto attack the Nature's Prophet under tower. He gets the extra armor. Also has great base stats. I am afraid if Fnatic wants to do this because you don't need to do these plays in the lane, right? Just wait till your power spikes. Probably level 3 on the Shadow Fiend, so you can get level 2 razors.
Yeah.
Or level 4 if you really want to go Necromaster for whatever reason. And don't do anything until then, honestly. There was no need for you to dive tower like that. Even though Ricky's a really good tower diver because of his high armor and nice HP pool, I just don't think you need to kill Nature's Prophet. Especially if Gavi gets online. Look at that. Oh, yes. He got the banner creep.
So important.
It actually feels so bad when they deny the banner creep.
Yeah.
And then A, do they start running down mid after the first banner creep gets denied?
Usually not that quickly, but if somebody does say a negative word on top of the flight creep dying, then that's when well, you broken mentally.
When is a negative word like, hey, you missed that, and that's negative?
North Americans are very fragile people.
I see. I think Southeast Asians are the opposite. They're the sturdiest of people. I have had people scream at each other for a whole match and then tip each other at the end of the match like, well played, bro.
Game.
We
All
did
right.
this together.
Combined hatred is what powered us.
Yeah, I would say so. And this is what's powering both Fnatic and Blacklist rivalry. I think these two teams are looking for their tempo in this final match. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I think they hate their own performances. I think that's what's actually powered them.
All right.
I mean, you're aware when
Yeah,
you
leading
did
into that.
not the greatest of games, you know. You're like, all right, let's pick up. Like, it's not like these teams are bad. They know that wasn't the best performance. We've seen Blacklist Rivalry do really well earlier. Fnatic finally picked up the pace in game number 1. I just believe that sometimes you don't have the best of games because something goes awry and looks much worse, and you feel like you can't really play Dota. And that's what happened in game 1 and game 2 for each team respectively. Now game 3, you get to play Dota. You get to really emphasize your strategy.
It seems like there's not a clear breakaway when it comes to laning phase anyway.
Exactly, which is ideal because both teams really want this to work.
Gabby is being chased away, though, by these treants constantly. But he's doing a really good job drawing aggro and trying to pull the creep wave back. Just rather unfortunate that it pushed in the first place.
I also feel like on that note, you have much more diversity of plays in this game, right? There's not either team going in on one strategy particularly. You have team fight, pick off on both teams quite easily. Nice couple of power spikes. Late game scaling to some degree for both teams as well. I do think that they've actually picked up very well-rounded drafts this time. Or more well-rounded drafts, rather.
Sure.
Which I know some teams have said that, at least in DPC when we did interviews, they always spoke about how when the game is like, there's pressure on you, you try to pick a draft that can do a lot of things, or a laning draft. That's the two options, right?
Right, so it's a little bit more forgiving if you miss the
Exactly.
timing or something like that.
Exactly. I know there was one team, I forgot who it was, I mean, it might have been Infamous, that told us that, like, we pick Enigma. Because then it feels like there's no moment where we're actually lost in the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, that was when Enigma was better, right? That will probably change now.
Sure.
And maybe that's also a little bit of comfort as well. I'm really excited to see the Cuckoo Nature's Prophet. He is Master Tier for a reason, one of his best heroes for sure. I think a lot of people play Nature's Prophet to this great degree, so he doesn't stand out as much as his Centaur, but it's very, very exciting regardless.
Oh, this is a fierce little support battle going on between DJ and AU. 6-minute power runes are coming in, though. Very important for the Puck-Tiny matchup.
Right, very true.
And once again, it seems like Fnatic are the ones to usually double down on the support rotations to try and secure it. Drop the smoke screen, and it is not there. It's going to be on the other side, and it's Arcane Rune.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great for a Puck.
Yep. On the bright side, it's not that great for the Tiny, right? If you get Invis or Haste, Tiny can actually rotate on that rune. Arcane is meh. Obviously, you want to prevent them from getting it, but the Tiny's first like 15 minutes is just trying to do something without the Blink Dagger, which tends to be really difficult. So you either rotate reactively sometimes when they dive the tower, which is great, or you prepare a gank based on this rune that you just talked about. I don't think Arcane would really enable you to do either, so Carl can just stay here farming.
Sure.
It's not like you also can take the tower as Puck, right? He's one of the weaker pushers in the game.
Yep, certainly. Especially if Tiny can do some wave clear like he's been doing.
Exactly. Oh, that's a nice little toss back, by the way. Just a little extra damage.
A little bit of damage.
Yep.
Here and there.
I love Carl. Something he does a lot actually is when he tosses back someone, he always asks for the high five.
Yeah.
He does the same thing when he plays Magnus and he skewers them back.
They're going to try and hit the arrow here. Oh, AU did not see the direction it was coming from, but he had the refraction up, so absolutely zero damage was taken. That's one of the counters that they were talking about on the panel.
Right. Wonder did not seem very certain about that counter though. He's like, I guess the refraction blocks arrow. And then the get down Mr. President strategy is what I'm actually more excited about. That
Yes.
it was a joke, but I actually feel that it might not be that bad a strategy. Surrounding someone with treants to prevent the Riki. And Bosco was the one that broke the Lina, right? So maybe he breaks the Riki Mirana too.
Could be. It's a rotation that really didn't get much done for Armel and Genwell, but we're going to try and secure the power runes once again. Maybe they're going to kill the Snapfire first.
Oh,
Cookie,
okay.
nice phase shift dodge.
Yep.
Gets the kill, and with the orb, wanted to be able to go for the power rune, but it's secured by Carl. He's got a haste rune.
That is huge, right? This is the rune you rotate on, ideally.
And he actually killed the puck, though. I don't think so.
No, he's out of mana. Should be fine. Of course, they saw him get the haste rune, now he's out of mana, so it's harder, but you can always just TP, for example, to a lane. You can go back home, recover mana, and then TP. And he's not going to go back
home. He had a
home.
lot of Magic Wand charges, so he's going to go straight to a top lane push. Trying to catch KP. Dragon Tail buys him a little bit of space, but AU will keep him inside of the cogs for now. Trying to get some side blade angles. It's really important being able to kill a Dragon Knight, get through that armor. The Sprout will block him in just long enough. Blacklist bringing all of their heroes up to the top lane to ensure a kill on the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, it might not be the cleanest rotation because, like I said, a lot of heroes were brought up and it took quite a while. But you forced a couple of TPs, which is nice, especially the puck TP. That's a big, big deal.
Yep.
And on top of that, any small success is tiny before you get Blink Dagger is a huge one.
And they find a little bit of stack on the other side of things. So that's an upside for Fnatic.
Oh, that's a fascinating choice of smoke screen. So you can't initiate, and also so that Shadow Fiend takes no damage, so he's ready to fight, worst case scenario. I think, though, he's really low on mana, and Tims wants to go for it, but Bosco just wants to take the stack.
Yeah, just finish up those creeps.
Interesting, Bosco went for the double Wraithband build in the offlane. I've seen a Bracer Wraithband. Double Wraithband I have not seen. On a, mind you, on a, not Agi hero, obviously.
Right,
Yeah. I guess that is to even out the the presence of the Dark Lord eventually when that comes out.
Dire's top tower is under
Or even the
attack.
Riki damage, because it's mostly just physical damage here.
Sure.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It's not a terrible amount of damage outside of like just the burst that Puck does.
True, that's true.
Coil, and ooh, he snapped it too. Not like, I don't think he was going to live either way. But that little pickup, plus the pressure on the tower, if they can get an early tower kill, Armel get that fast Witchblade, that will kind of accelerate things.
What's important here as well is that both offlaners fulfill similar roles and taking the tier 1 tower early, and you want to put pressure. They're both nice pushers. Bosco's unable to fulfill his role because there's a Shadow Fiend that just clears his strength. So it just feels like the Dragon Knight actually well utilized. And this tends to free up the offlaners, right? Once they go tier 1, you can actually go blink and get other places. That's a Blacklist right.
Did they get the toss back? Nice toss back. At the same time, the arrow does stall up Carl, and they couldn't quite get him inside of the cogs. It would have been a cool idea.
That was a really cool idea. I think Blacklist Rivalry have the right idea though. They have to stop this Dragon Knight from pushing this tower to equalize this like bad matchup they had in the offlane. And as long as the enemy team can't make that play, then they're a little more limited. The only issue is, of course, KP is happy to stay in this lane until he gets his Blink Dagger anyway.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And he'll get it, I assume, before Carl's actually.
Rushed Aghanim Scepter for Bosco.
Oh, really? Interesting. Honestly, anything this guy does on NPI, I will believe. So, roots here.
And roots, plus, I mean, like the bonus damage that you get from it. So if it's always up, if it's up every 60 seconds, it means you're always having that bonus damage to be able to play with. It makes you a constant ganker.
Against Riki, I imagine this being very strong as well, right? As long as you obviously keep vision in the area. So imagine like Ags plus Shard eventually, right?
Oh, Armel almost got caught by that one.
Carl thought about it too.
Yeah. Just a little bit more damage from that Wrath of Nature. It would have been a massive kill. But still, even just forcing back the puck.
Huge. And now Bosco's actually liberated to do what he wants to do, which is push, but it's the mid lane instead.
Nice hook shot. Do they have the detection? They do.
Oh, played by Blacklist Rivalry.
Yeah, very nice. They don't quite finish off the mid tower, but they get it low enough that Nature's Prophet can get it any time. They're going to trade out Tim, but...
Don't you dare come close to me. Don't lead them to where I am. Yeah, so... oh, wait, they found someone else? Say you? No.
Oh.
I do like the idea that the Riki could get rooted at any moment with the Ags, and he can't really predict it because it's kind of hard to break Wrath of Nature hitting you, of course. Unless it's hitting someone next to you. Which allows the Riki to be nullified and not be as slippery it can be.
Armel just shows up to lane, gets comboed,
Yep.
has to go back again. It's just a bit of deja vu for him, I imagine.
Really great impact by Carl, and also just in general, they're playing around this Tiny effectively, even before the Blink Dagger, making this DK timing not seeming as impactful. KP will now get it though, so I'm expecting Fnatic to do the same here.
Nice
However,
read. They got the good smoke, so or good scan on this smoke. So this double damage Tiny that was trying to find a kill, may still find a kill. Gabby, no, he's gonna break the smoke. Really nicely positioned. Well played, well played.
oh, is that 2-0? That's cute. That's a nice spray. The Fnatic pack is on point this year.
I see that too. Oh, cute.
They're gonna take the tower though anyway mid. That's a pretty big deal. Let's see if Fnatic can play on this Blink Dagger timing on the Dragon Knight, right? That's... I mean, the issue is they have tons of stuns, and the arrow's fantastic, but maybe they lack a little bit of damage right now.
I mean, what happens if the arrow just doesn't land, right? Because of treants or because the refraction?
Ninja Pookie was onto something, you know, is they just block him with a treant.
Just like, even just missing out on 1 or 2 kills early on with this kind of combo, right? It's...
Yeah. You're totally right.
Costs you a lot.
I mean, while Raven is still getting his timing, which is nice. The Shadow Fiend, of course, is as well, and they're going to be okay with each other, but Raven should be getting online earlier.
They found the rat. Somebody was skulking around in the shadows down here. Blacklist rivalry do own this entire area. Carl found an Invis rune. He's going to use it to make sure he gets out. Arrow is still going to land. Detection. They can kill AU, but they will not be able to kill Carl. And Carl is actually going to jump in with a beautiful toss. That was really nice.
Bro, Carl is really having a game now.
Yeah, he is.
Actually, very impressive rotations in general. Blacklist rivalry have woken up. That first game was a little bad for them, but now I think they're fully on it. It's hard to judge last game because, yeah. But this time I really like what they're doing. I think Fnatic is doing... Oh, they're going to fight Buck again.
Once again, Armel will survive. So he'll probably have to take a dip back to the base. If he doesn't go soon, his TP is coming up. He's going to coil.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he actually still got tossed. Oh, no! Oh, hidden in the trees, but they tossed the tree at him. Carl, he must have just been spamming that stop button.
Wow, Carl.
Oh.
Actually on point, that toss. Okay, today he's cracked. He knows.
I mean, still, though, he should have been able to jump to the orb.
Yep.
I guess he was just trying to maximize how far he would get.
Fair enough. It seems like with the Fnatic lineup, they're just a little bit slow on everything, right? Like you are waiting for the shard on the DK before you gank, so you don't really take advantage of this Blink Dagger. I haven't seen Riki Mirana be a combo at all yet. Riki has a shard now, though, so things might change. Yeah, maybe just playing on this 15-minute mark. The loss of the puck, though, will be pretty bad for them.
Hey, he would try to get some vision up there in that triangle area, but what do we call the triangle now? I'm trying to think, do we call it something different?
No, I thought we just called it triangle, right? I have to know a new shape?
No, it's not really a triangle anymore. There's no longer 3 camps. It's not in the shape of a triangle, really.
Okay, how many sides are there to it? Oh, is the observer doing this for it? That's not a triangle, that's a beak. Oh, that's what is that? Why did you draw a right angle triangle?
It's just like, you know, that vocab just worked its way into the lexicon and now it's never going to go away. Anyway, he tried to get a ward up there, but instantly de-warded. That is one spot Fnatic cannot afford to give up with an SF. He needs control of his Ancients.
Yep. What would you like to call it? Ancient site? Where the Ancients love.
The land of the Ancients.
Yeah, I like that. Are you a voice
actor?
actor?
The Islands.
By perchance?
Am I a what?
A voice actor. I think you'd be great at it, Cap.
Thanks. I thought so too.
Perfect.
Coil on 2. With the SF coming in, Requiem, fear him out of the coil is going to be a nice combination.
Nice.
Tiny's already dead. AU limping on HP will also die. And KP, there you go, Sleeping Dart, hang around, should be able to get the Dragon Tail, and Tim's will fall as well.
Nice.
3
Okay.
dead. Fnatic striking back.
I gotta respect this. Richie talked about this during the talent game, and I think there's something similar happening here. When you're playing around this shard timing, right, you have a 50-minute timing. Until then, you don't really do much. You were actually playing around 2 shards, not just Ricky's, but also Dragon Knights, because you needed that extra bit of damage. And they just waited and waited and waited. They didn't really play at all, right? Just kind of like farmed as much as they could and waited for this moment. And now they're finally striking. Doesn't mean that they're winning by any means, but they're playing around their timings pretty well.
And they also, I mean, that was an opportunity presented to them,
Of course,
right? They
yes.
were sitting in the right position where Blacklist rivalry walk into two-man coil.
And now the next timing that we're looking at will be probably Raven's Blink Dagger. Once you get this later post Blink Dagger, or Blacklist Rivalry should be online again. We'll see though. Oh, they found the clockwork. Do they have the arrow? They do. Oh!
Hey, take me instead, says Carl. Helping out to AU.
Okay. Interesting choice. For Carl to tank that Blink Dagger. I guess he knows he's tanky enough. We have the Ags online as well for Bosku.
Yeah, and he just hit level 12 as well, so.
Oh, nice.
Wrath of Nature doing some big damage, and are they going to try and sneak this, or are they going to go for the pick off first? Looks like they maybe a little bit of mix of bullets. EA's going to do it with the Nature's Prophet, while the other 3 look around for a kill. Nobody's there in the Highlands, no one's there in the Ancient Land. The Triangle.
And nobody's
the
there.
Off lane jungle.
No, that one's forced. I like the land of the Ancients better. Ancient Lair.
I mean, there's 5 openings to that area, specifically on the Radiant side, so you could call it a pentagon.
You want to say they're
Mr. President, they've taken the Pentagon.
They're invading the Pentagon. I don't know about that one. I think we're on a list now. Yeah.
What do you mean? We're in Southeast Asia. We're fine.
Carl finished up his Echo Saber now. That makes a little bit of extra damage. Who's leading in the team fights right now, though? I think with a TA Blink Dagger, this might... Oh, now I think now it's Blacklist Rivalry's turn to fight. Aegis or not, actually. They might just be stronger. But...
I mean, especially if you're starting the initiation, right?
For sure.
It means less likely they're going to get a clean arrow combination. They're going to start bulldozing some towers. Fnatic mirroring them on the other side. Probably going to be slower at it, though, because Raven does have that Desolator, so somebody's going to be forced back.
The question is, what side of the map you want to play on Blacklist Rivalry, right? You're probably now taking over the enemy jungle completely with this outpost. And then hopefully you're also invading their Pentagon. And then do you completely nullify where Fnatic can farm, and you can kind of guess where they're going to gank?
I think you keep mid pushed in, take that tower as well.
Yeah,
that'll open up the...
Because if you know exactly where Ricky and Mar are coming from, it's not as dangerous a combo, right? Because you always hit the trees to block it.
Also depends on how many smokes they have available.
True.
They could smoke sweep to the other side of the map, because they do want to be the one fighting right now with the Aegis.
That's what they're doing right now, right? That's the smoke sweep that we were talking about. There's a bunch of lines being drawn because they saw the smoke.
Yeah, the problem is I feel like this is rather slow.
Yes.
If they had taken that tier 2 and like done it perhaps right away, maybe they could have caught something.
Yep. That's slow, and it was under a ward.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was.
I mean, this is a really good ward, mind you. It's not a common one
That's my favorite ward.
Yeah, I mean, it's common-ish, but you don't really tend to deward it.
Did he catch the Mirana? Ooh, DJ. Leaping, not gonna make it though.
Is it your favorite ward? This one specifically?
It's a nice ward. What do you want from me?
Yeah, I like the ward that you put on the cliff that's not the cliff. You know, like the second cliff?
Yeah, nobody does that anymore.
No, but I used to love to see that.
Favorite's got to change with the times, Avo.
I'm an old man. I like old things in Dota. I'm one of those people that goes on Reddit when there's a patch and whans. Oh no, why XP
is not the same as it used to be. 6.84 was the best patch that it was ever made.
And then ever since they ruined IceFrog's dead, we all know. I write the long fanfic.
It was just because I've been reading the books lately, but is Ice Frog like the Emperor in Warhammer? Yeah. There's just like the conspiracy. He's just like, yeah, he's actually dead.
Yeah.
He's not alive.
There's a mad
God
pet
Emperor is gone.
This was the news Suns fan was talking about. He has died. We all know.
Grouping up. They've managed to swap sides somehow. It's now Blacklist owning the left side of the map, taking the triangle.
I mean, it's better because they want to control Roche anyway, so this is the ideal situation, right? Once you sweep the enemy jungle, you may leave a ward there for sweeps, like the smoke. Then you take over the triangle and just keep covered over Roche. Fnatic needs to recover this, which is why they're going to the enemy triangle. They need a kill. They need to utilize this Mirana plus Ricky combo.
There are some stakes, though, to making sweeps like this.
Like what?
Like a sweepstake.
Oh, I thought you were making more than a point. I thought there was a point of analysis in there. I mean, the stakes is that, or the drawback, I would say, is that you are losing a lot of time here on Fnatic that you can just be farming on some of these heroes.
I mean, I don't think they care, right? They don't want to fight into an Aegis, so as long as they're not taking a bad fight into Aegis,
I guess that's true. I guess that's true.
They only have another 30 seconds left with it, so it's about this time. I wouldn't say exactly right now, but soon Fnatic can take a team fight and see if they can maybe catch Blacklist right as that Aegis is expiring. They need another 20 seconds, though.
Okay, they put the TA to sleep. She wakes up and she's fine. Blacklist Rivalry will retreat and take over the triangle still. This ward is the ward that's going to give him the win here, though.
This feels like a bad spot for Fnatic.
Definitely. Do not go into the high ground right now. There are things lurking in this high ground.
With the last run into the Dragon form, KP is going to try and force it. He's got BKB, so he wants to make himself a target. Look at Raven, though.
Yep.
He's hidden behind a tree, so even if they have Sentry, they may not be able to see him here. There's a hook shot. There's the initiation. They blow up the Riki nice and quick, and the puck is dead as well. Oh, the Shard TA traps end up being the doom of the puck, and now KP is going to have to use that BKB, just not the way he wanted. It's on retreat rather than aggressing. No, aggressing is exiting.
No, it's just treat. You retreat because you're leaving. You treat when you go forward. Advancing.
Yes, advancing. Thank you. That's a much better word.
English is my
than whatever weird ass pun you were going for. All right, Requiem does a little bit of damage to Carl. Not nearly enough to be able to burst him out here. Even with the Aegis gone. Actually, I think maybe Blacklist, chill out. You've got a BKB damn near complete for Raven. It would be a shame to just kind of throw away a team fight right now.
Especially when you just got pretty much a freebie out of that team fight, right?
Yeah.
There's absolutely no need for you to do this. I will say Fnatic maybe also needs to chill out because they need to respect the high ground more, right? You also have a lineup that if you initiate first, you will win. But if they catch you like that, obviously it's going to be a loss. You don't have the tankiest heroes besides the DK. So map control is super important right now. Actually, the first games that we got today, the boom games, were a lot about who has the high ground, right? And I think Fnatic needs to play like that. Even if it makes for a slower game, I actually think their late game looks a little bit stronger, honestly. NP is scary, but I would say DK is also can scale really nicely. Puck, of course, does, and so does Shadow Fiend. This Ricky combo only gets worse and worse over time.
Well, I guess it does depend on who's getting what kind of farm, and Tiny and Dragonite are actually at the same, so
exactly.
I'd be kind of inclined to agree with you there.
I will say, though, Tiny can scale with new Axe build a little bit better than he used to.
Ooh, the Force Staff just ahead of the arrow there.
Okay. Good job.
Thank you.
No, I was definitely not speaking to you.
Gonna drop the bottle for Gabby, so he will have a double damage tucked in his back pocket for the next team fight.
Okay, not bad. They has a Crystallis as well, right? So it's an impactful moment to use double damage in addition to his large BKB. BKB. No, you don't. I was thinking if you have to wait for any other big items right now before you try to smoke, but it's just the positioning that's a little bit awkward. You don't have the best vision in the map if you're Fnatic, but they really do want to take a fight with this double damage. It's just hard to force the enemy team to stay in one place Ricky has to find them.
These awkward moments might continue for a while because it's a late Roshan.
Are they out of wards? I presume they are on Fnatic. They only have a single ward in the mid lane. They've been... Oh no, they have wards in lane actually, interestingly enough. Two of the lanes are warded.
I feel like Fnatic almost need to buy a gem.
Yeah, it's not a
TA
bad
traps
idea.
are everywhere. And we saw from the last team fight how
Yeah.
bad the TA traps can be for Fnatic.
I agree. It also would give them that control they're really desiring here. Oh, there we go.
Dart, where's their arrow? Mirana's too far away. Oh no!
Dragon!
That is not what they wanted. Immediately going to be ensnared up for a second there. They're really focusing on this clockwork when I don't think they need to. I think they just wanted to take any fight with this double damage from Gabby.
Arrow?
Oh, Carl got off the BKB, and now the SF has been caught by the hook. The physical damage is going to overwhelm Gabby. Maybe he can get off the Requiem, and he does, but it doesn't do a damn thing against all these BKBs from Blacklist Rivalry.
Wow.
Fnatic now on their treat. Cookie trying to catch up. And well, oh, he only has a little bit more time. The dust is going to wear out eventually, but he's stuck. Bosku is going to make sure he does die. They're going to check inside the pit. Oh, it's a late Roshan, so they can't immediately take the prize for a one-team fight.
Such an awkward way of fighting for Fnatic, honestly. Once that initial Sleeping Dart combo fails, I don't know, maybe they should have just retreated. You were right, the Mirana was not even in time. That was an incredible BKB by Carl, though, so you can't really blame them. KP? He's hell-bent on fighting once his Dragon Form is done. He did block the arrow! Ninja Boogie was right!
Man's a genius.
No, the real genius is Bosku. Genuinely. Like, between the Ags and the Treants, I think he's actually stopped this combo completely. I think he's just here to break people's ankles. That's the only goal of Bosku who has his DPC.
Oh, that was greedy. Sticking around, trying to push one more wave, see if they can get a pick off, but instead, Blacklist Rivalry come in force to put down KP.
You know what, Cap? After his performance, I think I'm going to start picking Veno offlane.
Please don't.
I think it's the only way. He was onto something. We just couldn't see it. He's a visionary, truly.
Please don't do it.
I'm very impressed with him in this DPC.
Let me just tell you, Avo, it's a bad idea.
Is it
It
because...
doesn't work in pubs.
Okay, you know what the problem is? Is that nothing I do works in pubs anyway, so I might as well try to have fun.
Arrow? Any follow-up? No? Okay.
Psychic headband on the puck. Okay, that could help. Or in general for Fnatic. Maybe give it to the Ricky, actually.
Coil breaker.
Who's the coil breaker?
Psychic headband.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true.
All right, that's going to be a Aegis and Shard.
Nope, that.
Unless Fnatic, okay, they're going to be stopping the Nature's Wrath, and Carl is going to stop them by killing him flat out. They're going to have to use some buybacks, but it's going to be too late. This fight is already over. Get out if you can, Armel. Oh no, the silence, it catches him again. He immediately buys back though. He wants to keep this going. But can they actually do anything for it? They've spotted the Fury on. They get the coil onto him. Once again, a Glimmer Cape trying to help out. Gabby forced down to low ground. He gets the Requiem off. They're doing everything they can to blow up Bosku. How much damage? Jesus, he was taking everything, and now Raven just had the free fight. He was like, okay, I got a double damage. I'm going to lay into the SF. Now see if they can catch the puck as well. Cookie timed. Not bad, but doesn't get it in the end. Armel. No way to escape. So they lost that fight with buybacks involved. They still give up Roshan to Blacklist Rivalry. This game just became very one-sided, Avo.
Yep. Such haphazard team fighting by Fnatic, honestly. With a Ricky Mirana combo, you expect a very clear initiation path, and it's actually one of the strengths of this combo as well. It's like you do nothing but sleep dart arrows, sleep dart into Dragon Tail. That's the idea. They did that and succeeded, but then that odd smoke afterwards, and then right in front of the Roche where they knew the enemy team was. Carl just surprises them. It feels like not only is Blacklist Rivalry ready for these moves, but they're just ready for anything Fnatic throws at them. And the damage is also
built from Bosku as well. I mean, he took so much damage.
I love this
Lotus Orb, Pipe, Aghanim Scepter.
Okay, are you now drinking his Kool-Aid too? I feel like we're on this Bosku train.
Oh, I was never against the Aghanim Scepter. I'm against you playing Venomancer. Two different things.
Okay, no, but is he not a visionary? I feel like this man has broken already two of the most important heroes in the DPC.
Ooh, hook shot, not quite there. I thought they were going to be able to get a toss back. Not the case. Maybe he tosses back. He tried to, but didn't quite work. I'm not sure why.
What did he toss to?
I think he tried to toss, but a force staff hit at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was maybe Gabby force staffing the clock.
Okay, good job, Gabby.
Good job, Gabby.
Oh, but your Hurricane Pike would push him back, right?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Don't have some weird
That was
interaction.
a weird toss.
Yep. It's okay. Clock is dead, but Blacklist rivalry still in a considerable lead. And now the issue we talked about of DK having the same farm as Tiny, no longer the case. In fact, none of your cores are matching the net worth of the enemy cores. Only the Shadow Fiend is capable to match the Ninja's Prophet a little bit, but that's the offlaner anyway. An offlaner that now has a pipe. And he did buy the shard as well, which makes this Axe build even better.
SNY into Moon Shard next for Carl. Surprised he's not going in Aghanim Scepter.
I think this build is the other popular build, right? Just a straight Moon Shard. It's better for pushing as well. Fnatic still has strong choices. Like, they still have Dream Coil and Requiem. I don't think you can wait for the level 25 on Puck this game. But if you can just get rid of, like, one of the heroes, I don't even think you need the arrow combo. Just Sleep Dart them at the beginning of the fight and hit the force maybe a BKB or two to defend them, or force them trying to block that. Okay. If your Puck dies. My Copium is
Don't
like
do that, bro, please.
That's a great line.
Okay, the Moonlight Shadow out. They're going to try and blow up the TA, and maybe they've got him. Okay, life
good,
one
good.
and get out.
Yes, Gabby?
Oh, no, you're not going to get out. Carl's going to make...
What is toss broken?
Tosses? What's happening? It's got to be force staff.
It has to be the
he's
force
getting
staff.
force staff.
Yes.
Right as the toss is hitting him. I had to check for a second to make sure he didn't take the other level 20 talent, was like trolling and tossing them back into their own base.
Okay, I don't think it matters because he's just destroying this tower. This is why he's going for the Moon Shard.
Yeah, TA, Tiny.
Oh my
God. You got the big building killers. Once again, they're going to get the arrow combo on the Tiny.
Kisses, short range kisses, just to force him away. Get out of my teammates. That's it.
Full lane of barracks.
You only have mid left. At least is the hardest to defend. Never mind. But you can surprise him with a wraparound easier in the mid lane. So as long as they don't go through bottom or through top, and they're not aware that you can do the wraparound, and you get the perfect combination of Dream Coil into Requiem, right? There's chances.
That's a longer reach than Tiny's got there, Avo.
Otherwise, I'm quoted there is only 100% chance this team will win, so I am doing my best to keep as neutral as possible.
Oh yeah, didn't you say Fnatic?
I actually have no clue what I said, if I'm honest with you. I'm not even trolling.
Understandable. It's your 9th game of the day. KP is donezo. And they're going to get even more with the Sprout catching Gabby. Perfect. Gabby has to turn and fight, but he doesn't even have a Requiem, so never mind. He's going to use the Silver Edge to try and escape. The supports will die, or at least one of them. Bye-bye, Riki.
Bye-bye, Riki, indeed.
What you looking for, Gabby? Looking for a place to TP out, it seems.
They also, the lack of plays that they have right now is a little bit limiting, right? I think the amount of deaths on Armel has made this a lot more difficult than expected. Blacklist rivalry is now knocking on your doorstep. And they have two incredible pushers. In addition, they just profit. He's not even considered part of the great pushing lineup because Tiny's so absurd.
And they can't even wait.
Oh,
they have to go and fight. These buildings are dying far too fast to get this shard is ruining Puck. Hook shot, a little bit off the mark, but it doesn't matter. GG is called because they cannot stand against Blacklist rivalry any longer. 2-1 for Blacklist and Fnatic. What's their series overall score now?
I think, I know they've lost 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They've won 0.
They lost 3 series?
Might have been.
That is rough.
Yeah, they're looking pretty rough, honestly. I mean, it just feels like this team is a little, much like my analogies, they're a little bit lost.
A little rough around the edges, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't, like, I don't know, this team has a lot of identity issues, it just seems like to me. They swap around as to what their drafts want to do all the time. They're doing other combos, but it's not really clear as to what they're doing. And a lot of the comfort heroes, you know, from these guys aren't coming out, or they're coming out in weird situations like we saw with Armel.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that throughout the season they can recover, but 3 weeks doesn't give you much time.
No, certainly not. And it doesn't give us a whole lot more time here on the desk, so we're going to give it over to our panel instead.
They are correct indeed. Fnatic has now gone down 3 series, and they've only won 1 game out of those 3 series. It is a very, very difficult start for them right now. But Blacklist Rivalry, on the other hand, should be very pleased getting yet another victory under their belt. They are now 2-0, so all things considered, maybe Fnatic are just facing all of the hardest opponents. They got 2-0'd by Geek Slate, they got 2-0'd by Bleed, and now they have gotten 2-1'd by Blacklist Rivalry. So I would say that major contention is probably not on the radar for them, and now it's starting to look like I really hope we don't get relegated.
Yeah, no, for sure. 3 losses. It's hard to stay positive.